Yo, what's good, Raider Nation? It's Kingtown Raider here again for another episode of the Kingtown Breakdown. Last episode, we kind of touched on the review of the huge win in Seattle. I have my boy Tony Bova, shout out to him, president of the Spokane chapter of the Black Hole. And then I also have my guy Big Mike on, who will also be joining us here shortly today. So what do we got today, you guys? We have the Chargers. Last time we played, week 1, they got over on us. They got the dub. 24-19 was the debut of Davante Adams. He came out and had a great game. DC came out and struggled through 3 picks. Our team at that point really had not even begun to find themselves. But now, 12 weeks later, we seem to finally be starting to gel. Now, the Chargers are a little banged up along the offensive line. Corey Linsley and Pipkins won't be playing. Keenan Allen, I believe is playing. Let me check. Mike Williams, I'm pretty sure is not playing. So pretty much our main concern in this game is what we do best on defense, to stop the run. Austin Ekeler, great running back, but we've proven this year that is one thing we're actually able to do on defense is contain the run, and I'm hoping we do that a little more today. So yeah. We got check the comments. Was good, Raider Primos. Primo says we're 4-7. Who would have thought maybe make the playoffs? I know it's shock coming from me, but yes, playoffs. I'm with you, Primos. I hope so. Man. It would be such a crazy fucking turnaround to go from 2-7 to playoffs. It'd be unreal. Win your last 8 games, make a run. And I've seen some posts that have their certain scenarios where we could make it at 9-8. However, it seems really unlikely. Primus also followed that up with Mad Max needs help. Absolutely. And I believe he got it last week with the Seahawks. What's his name? Tillery. Since we got Tillery, we seem to finally be getting some interior pressure. And so that's really helping Max, because now these quarterbacks cannot just simply step up in the pocket to avoid the edge pressure. Now you're going to run right into Jerry Tillery and another guy who's really stepped up and has played well, and I'm hoping we bring back next year now, is Andrew Billings. He's shown great ability to stop the run, and he's even thrown in a little bit of pass rush as well. Jets need to lose out, and Bengals need to shit the bed for us to have a chance at 9-8 or period. Let's see. So for this game, we know the Chargers. They are the kings of underachievement. Every year they think they're gonna do something good, and they get all this hype in the media and all that, and Herbert's the next god, and they got Williams and Allen and Mack and Bosa and just like every other year, man, they're a solid team, but they are not what they're supposed to be, man. We're gonna definitely be able to exploit their weak run defense. And Primos, shout out to Primos again, says at 10-7 we need that. I think we definitely need them to lose some games, but I think we're pretty at 10-7. I think we have it was like a 90-something% shot of making it. And now just dropping in on us is my brother Big Mike Raider. What's up, bro?
Salute, bro. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Oh, doing good, bro. I actually just woke up not too long ago. I woke up, checked my clock, Yeah, I don't think I think I set my alarm for PM instead of AM.
Okay.
And so I woke up like 40 minutes before the live started. I had to hop my ass in the shower and then get going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I've been at it for quite a while, man. I was on Afakasi Raiders show.
Okay.
I did Hammers for a little bit. And then I did mine. So, bro, I've been
You've
at it
been
for
busy.
like 3 hours, bro.
Hell yeah.
Man, it's been a job, man. It's been a job today, that's for sure.
Yeah. Primo says my brother's Big Mike. Salute. Yeah. So I was just kind of getting into where we can exploit the Chargers and how they've underachieved this season, even though they're still a solid squad. Yeah. They have underachieved. People expected more of 8-3, 9-2, as opposed to 6-5. I was talking about how we can exploit the run game. They have a very porous run defense, and Josh Jacobs is a man possessed lately. Can you kind of expand on that and let us know what else you see that we can exploit?
Yeah, so it's obvious that we got to get the run game going. The Chargers giving up a ridiculous amount of yards on the ground. So what that tells me is that not only can we run the ball on them, we can play action on them. Yep. Throw that ball downfield to tight end Foster Moreau. We can get Mac Hollins involved. We can get, of course, Devontae Adams. He's going to get his. But the play action is going to be a big key into this game, especially because they're expecting us to run the ball because, well, one, we've been very successful in it. And for two, we know that they can't stop the run. So, if we go straight to the run game, that they might be, expecting that. So what do you do when they're expecting the run? They got 8 men in the box. You play action.
Yep.
So that's one of those things that I think the Raiders look at in this game. I mean, the game isn't as black and white as we think, right? The Chargers suck at stopping the run, but these are professionals. They know that they haven't been able to stop the run all season. Yeah. And they know that, the Raiders have been running the ball very well. So as professionals, you're going to see that, hey, we maybe need to stop the run this week or else we're going to get cooked. Sometimes that can work. Sometimes that motivation can get them going. You've seen it sometimes, but then there's other times that you just suck and it just, it is what it is. But
there's other times where you get beat 24-0 by the Saints.
Right. Exactly. So, you see it from time to time that sometimes it just doesn't matter what you do. Yeah. You just suck. So
this ain't your day.
Yeah, it's just not your day. So, Raiders will start off running the ball, but I think that sets up the play action. That's what I think offensively with the Raiders, what they're going to do. That's their game plan, at least initially.
Absolutely. Do you know? I was trying to think. I think one Keenan Allen or Mike Williams is out. I think one's playing. Do you know? I think it's Keenan Allen playing and Mike Williams is out.
That's correct. Yeah, okay, Mike Williams is out. Keenan Allen is in. They're without a lot of guys. They're missing their right tackle.
Yeah.
Their left tackle has been out for most of the season. The young rookie, the young second-year player that they drafted last year. That left tackle, I can't think of his name, but he's been out for most of the season. They're going to be without their starting center. And yeah, so
what you're saying is open season on Herbert.
It's open season on Herbert, man. I mean, they might, what Herbert's been doing all season is similar to what Derek Carr usually does, is dink and dunk, and get his yards on short three-step drops and things like that. And he's gonna have to do that a lot in this game because his O-line isn't gonna hold up.
Yeah, I believe his yards per attempt is under 6 this year.
Yeah, it is.
It's
and his numbers look very similar to Derek Carr's. If you really look at it,
I think we touched on that last week.
Yeah. So, Herbert is not gonna he's not gonna light up the scoreboard like we think. But at the same time, our defense gives up a lot of yards. That's what we do.
They do.
But we're getting Nate Hobbs back. We got Nate Hobbs back. I like that one-on-one against him and Keenan Allen. That's going to be a good matchup. That's going to be a fun matchup to watch.
I was really hoping he would have been back for the Seattle game so I could see him play, but didn't work out. But I am super excited to get another top-end player onto our defense. We need it so bad, especially in that secondary that seems to give up everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, I mean, saying all that, man, dude, if Max Crosby can't eat today, if he can't get at least a sack, there's something wrong, man. There's something way wrong because
Yeah.
Max Crosby should be able to get at least a couple in this game. Now, I know that they're going to throw some chip blocks, they're going to throw screens, they're going to do things to kind of make that offensive line look better than what they are.
Yeah, they really want to get Eckler into some open space. They don't want to keep him behind that line.
Right. So what we got to do as a defense as a whole is put them in obvious passing downs. If we get him in third and long situations, then it's open season. We can, Max Crosby can pin his ears back and just kind of just go for that quarterback.
Yep.
But if we're in third and short situations or third and mid situations, then that kind of opens up the playbook for the Chargers to run some things that are to their advantage. So we got to keep them in third and long for us to be successful.
Absolutely. Yeah, those are all great points. What players you kind of touched on? Max. Pause.
Like, wait a minute.
Whoa, hold on. You mentioned
it's
Max.
Sunday, bro.
I'm about to go run to the church after this one.
Right, man.
So you mentioned Max.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs is an obvious.
Yeah.
Who else do you see having a big game or needing to have a big game, to really put us over the top and get us going? If we get the run game going, Max gets some pressure. I think that could be enough. But in case it's not, where else do you see, like, who could really take this game over? Is Davante Adams going to kill their secondary, or is our secondary going to take a step up and force some turnovers?
So I'll start offensively, bro. It's been kind of a two-headed monster. Hey, stop the run. If you're trying to stop the run, we're going to throw it to Davante Adams. If you want to double team Davante Adams, then we're going to run the ball. So I think that what's going to happen here is that the defense is going to try to get both of them locked up, which frees up not only Mac Hollins and Foster Moreau. And I think both of them have a big game. I think Mac Hollins has a touchdown at least. And I like him going over at least 60 yards. I'm not saying like 100 yards or anything ridiculous like that. And I like Foster Moreau to be in the 70-yard range and maybe a touchdown, possibly. Okay. So, but Foster Moreau, if not a touchdown, he's going to be a lot more involved in the passing game in this game. I have him for at least 5 catches in this game.
Okay, sounds like you're kind of leaning towards a higher scoring game.
Yeah, you know how it is. Raiders and Chargers. Once a year, we get that game that steals the show in the NFL.
That 38-35 type of stuff.
Yeah, and I already got my heart medication ready for this game because you already know how the Raiders and Chargers get down. So every time they play, the last game it was close, but it wasn't a shootout. But I think this time around we're going to get that shootout as we get every year once a year. I think the game is going to be in a first to 30 wins type of deal, 31-27. I think that's going to be one of those type of games. It wouldn't surprise me a 35-31 type of game. This is just one of those. These two teams are one of those teams that they just every time they play each other, it's a shootout, and offenses get involved. I like Derek Carr for over 300 in this game. To be honest with you, man, I like him for over 300. I like him for 2 touchdowns at least. And Davante Adams, he's going to go over 100. He's going to get his. I got Jacobs going about 75 yards. I think they're going to. I think that the Chargers they're hearing the voices of, hey, we can't stop the run.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to put an emphasis on stopping Josh Jacobs, which is going to open up the pass. So that's why I like Derek Carr going for 300. But I could be completely wrong, and Josh Jacobs just tears him up and goes for almost 200, right? I mean, it could be that. It could be
that'd be a beautiful thing. We'd be talking about Josh Jacobs going for 2,000 yards potentially if he does that.
Yeah. If he has another big game like that, bro.
Yeah. I kind of want to go over the inactives for today. Get your thoughts on that. So Neil Farrell and Matthew Butler will be sitting today.
Yeah.
In favor of, I believe, Billings and Pico.
Yeah. No, I don't know if I like that move too much. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I saw something on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it. When Neil Farrell, he put a tweet out saying like it's God's plan or something like that, and it was quickly deleted. So I don't know. Maybe he's not.
I thought Farrell has definitely improved over the year, and I don't see what's sitting him out he's not going to get any better sitting out, not playing, man. I really Matthew Butler has not really impressed me much.
No,
He shows a flash here and there of some pressure, but Neil Farrell has kind of come along this season and started to show that maybe he can progress into somebody who gets a lot more snaps, somebody who gets solid production. I don't see him as an every down nose tackle, nothing like that, but he's just shown that he can be productive. I don't like him sitting, especially I don't like him sitting for Pico.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. That doesn't sit right with me. You don't sit your young draft picks, especially when they put up some good tape on out there. I broke down the Neil Farrell game against the Jaguars, and he played great. That was the best game he had all season. He had almost an 80 PFF grade as a rookie. He was one of the highlighted rookies for that week, and like I just don't understand why you wouldn't keep riding that hot hand. I mean, he's been a disruptor when he is in there. You know, and that's what we need. We need a one technique disruptor who can, not just stuff the run, but if you give him some more reps, who knows, he could collapse that pocket for the, for the pass and set up other people for sacks.
Yeah.
So
you get him and Billings in there. Those are two big boys, man. And if you want to talk about stopping the run, they would definitely be advantageous to stopping the run to have them both in there.
Yeah. And you saw it against the Jaguars. I mean, I know that ETN got his at the towards the end of the game, but for the most part, ETN was kind of stuffed. Just because of Billings and Neil Farrell stopping the run interior. So I don't really get what's going on with that, but I'm going to trust that Josh McDaniels is doing the right thing. We have to. We got no other damn choice, But I don't know, man. I don't like the move. I don't know. I don't get it.
I'm not a fan either. I hope next year that they are kind of rotated in more. I hope that this coaching staff isn't already like, okay, we missed on those. Because even though I haven't seen much out of Matthew Butler, I don't think he's a lost cause, and I know Neil Farrell's not a lost cause. We definitely get something out of him. Another inactive today. It's not a surprise he's inactive, but I will say that down the line, if we don't go win 8 games in a row, and the likely shit happens, and
right.
we go maybe 500 the rest of the year, a game over, we just missed the playoffs. Towards the end here, I would really love to see Jacob Hollister at tight end with Moreau a little more. He's sitting today, but I would love to see him get some reps. I thought he looked great in the preseason. And, if you do move on from Waller next year, Josh McDaniels is still a big fan of 2 tight end sets, and maybe you go pick one up, or maybe Hollister's your answer at the tight end too.
Yeah, Hollister is I think that he's a good depth piece just in case things go wrong. If Waller isn't the answer, which he's likely going to be gone at the end of the season, you got Moreau, you re-sign him, and then you draft another tight end. And you have Hollister as that tight end 3, just in case things go wrong. Right. I like that. That's a solid tight end room to me. If you got to draft a new rookie tight end, and
then you add in Jesper Horsted whenever he's able to play. He's also looked good when he's gotten his chances.
Yeah, and I mean that's I roll with that next year. I mean, you got Moreau as your tight end 1, and then you got your drafted tight end, whoever that may be. You get him in the 3rd or 4th round. There's some good value tight end this season in the draft. So, we go with that, and then Hollister and Horsted, like, dude, we can roll with that. Like, I'm all right with that. So,
I know,
go ahead, go for it, bro.
I was gonna say I know we wouldn't do this. But I have a little draft crush on Darnell Washington.
Bro.
Dude is 6'7", and he might run a 4.4.
He's a truck, man. He's a damn truck. Yeah, he's a beast, man. I like him. I also like the tight end from Oregon State. Now that's kind of more where we're gonna be looking for. And he's what's the guy's name? He was our coach. He was our offensive coordinator.
Lane Kiffin? No,
hell no. He's the son of one of our offensive coordinators that we had.
Oh, Luke Musgrave.
Luke Musgrave.
That's who you're talking about.
Yeah, Luke Musgrave. Man. I like him, bro. He's nice. He's he's a solid tight end. He plays the actual tight end position, but he can also go out and run a route and route you.
Yeah,
He's a good dual. Like he does it all as far as a tight end goes. And I think that would be a good pickup, like in the mid round, second or third. Somebody like that. If we do replace Darren Waller.
yeah. What do you think, man? What do you think of Waller's interview this last week? Do you believe his heart is there to play, or do you think he's bullshitting and he's focused on music?
I'm leaning towards bullshit, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think he got caught red-handed as far as getting called out, as far as wanting to play and injuries and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I think that if he didn't get called out, he wouldn't be even an option or even a consideration to play on Thursday against the Rams. But because he was called out on it, he's gonna have to cart his ass out there and play.
Yeah, he's got to show us at this point.
Yeah. Now, is that going to be a detriment to our offense? Because we got things rolling right now. Could it be? Is it better? Is it better if we have Foster Moreau out there rather than Waller? I don't know. It's hard to say.
It's seemed that way most of the season. I definitely would take Moreau's production when he's in there than Waller's production when he's been in there.
Yeah, it's true, and he's a better blocker too,
and in the red zone.
Yeah, yep. So, it's tough. I mean, but at the same time, you're paying this man $17 million, a year, basically.
Yeah.
Is something like that? Something around 17 million. I know it hasn't been in effect yet, but
him and Chandler Jones basically got contracts that mirror each other.
Right. So it's like, if we can't have him on the bench at 17 million a year, you know what I mean? We gotta have him out there. And I think right now, regardless of what he does, good or bad, it's an evaluation type of situation. He's Absolutely. Pretty much getting evaluated for a trade at this point.
Yeah, in that case, I hope he goes out there, balls out, and we get a first for him.
Yeah, either way, if he balls out, we're trading him. If he doesn't ball out, we're trading him. I mean, that's what I think.
I hope that's what they're thinking, and they're not thinking, man, we can get it right next season. I'm good. I'd rather get it right with Carr than get it right with Waller at this point.
Yeah, same. I agree with you, man.
We also got some good news for our next game here coming up Thursday night, and Matthew Stafford is on the IR.
Oh yeah. So, that team seems to be falling apart, man, left and right.
Yeah. Oh, Van City came in here, man. It's a little while ago. Sorry I missed that, Van City. I wasn't looking at the chat.
The Canadian Destroyer.
He says, yo, my brothers, Kane and Mikey. What's good, gentlemen? We're doing good, Van City. How's it going over there? Hey.
Man. There you go, Van City, man.
But, yeah, man, I think the Rams game is a good opportunity for us to blow a team out and get our confidence going. There's probably no Aaron Donald. There's definitely no Cooper Kupp. There's no Matthew Stafford. There's no Allen Robinson.
Man,
you got to go out there. You got to go out there and make a statement on national television.
Yeah, this kind of stuff, that kind of situation always scares me because we said the same thing about the Colts.
Trap game. Yep.
We said the same thing about the Colts. Oh, Jeff Saturday is the head coach. This and that. They can't run the ball. They can't pass the ball.
Yeah. Yeah. But given that, like we were talking about last week, if this team that is playing now played that Colts team,
oh yeah,
do we lose? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think the team that's right now has some stability, has some cohesiveness with the offense. I think that they can beat the games that we lost. Like we would win later down the line. I mean, Absolutely. Early in the season. So nice.
Yeah, bro. How's that sleep schedule?
Whoo! I know it's rough. I already know it's rough, man. I had 2 babies over here, man. Trust me, I know how that works.
Yeah, he's got that baby on Raiders from the other room all night.
Yep. Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for these next few games. I believe I see that last 2 and I'm like, man, that is where the brick wall could show itself.
Yeah, you know what? And they match up against us pretty well too. I mean, they stop the run. Their defense is really good. Their offense isn't great, but they're deadly. At the same time, they'll sneak up on you. They'll carve you up slowly. Especially you got a dynamic player like like Debo Samuel. You get him going on a screen. He can take a little screen play and go 70 yards on you out of nowhere. So
and they got McCaffrey can do the same thing.
And McCaffrey can do the same thing. So they match up well against us. So, that's going to be a game where, it might decide it. It might decide it, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I got a buddy named Sam who is from California, used to live here, now lives in Kansas City.
Okay.
And me and him were going back and forth on Facebook last night. And I'm talking my shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm in here like, please, please back me up, Raiders. Please, just get that one.
You know what, man? I've been cashing too many checks on the Raiders, bro. I can't cash anymore, man. I'm quiet and humble these days, bro. Trust me.
I just can't let somebody clown us and not clown them back.
Yeah,
I had my boy Dion, who's an Eagles fan, clowning this morning, and I was like, "There's not shit I could really say, but fuck you." And I hope y'all lose your first playoff game.
Man, yes, it's hard, man. It's definitely hard, especially when a good team is like clowning you right there. It's just like,
what can you say?
Yeah,
it's like, bro, we beat you last time we played.
Yeah, that's all you can say, right? We got you last time. Like,
you couldn't see us head to head.
We got you in the Super Bowl. Like, what can you say, bro? Like,
how many rings did you get for being better than us this year?
Right. Yeah, all you can say is, hey, we'll both be sitting at home in mid-January. So there you go. You can say stuff like that,
Right. One thing as a Raider fan, if you're an older Raider fan, older than 27, 28, and you've gone through this stretch from 2002 on, one thing you've gotten good at is defending your team and talking shit, because you had to do it a lot.
Yes, sir. That's right, bro. You're right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, Van City, bro, you got to drink a lot of coffee, man. Get that coffee in.
Yeah, bro. You got
strong.
Just pour Red Bull directly into your coffee maker and get it going.
Yep. That's your best bet, man.
Yeah. No, I got out here in Spokane, man, because Seattle fans are trash, and their fan base is specifically mainly just in Seattle. You have a good amount of Seahawks fans here, but not a lot. So it's kind of spread out over here where I live. There's a lot of fans of everybody. Yeah. But the Seahawks fans, they like to come talk a lot of shit at the store. So I've gotten very good at clowning them. No matter how good or bad they are, I always have a defense. It's like that for a few teams, but there's some teams they come in and talk. I'm like, damn, you haven't been good in a long time. I haven't had to worry about talking shit to you.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I wanted to ask you, bro? Is how many of those Seahawks fans are converted from Raiders fans back in like 2010 in the 2010s?
I know one
were Raider fans and now are like, hey, I'm a Seahawks fan because they started winning.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a bunch. A lot of them won't admit it, but yeah, you'd be hard pressed to find someone who would admit it. But you know what we do. You give them a little quiz on their team before that time, and you realize they can't name 5 players from before the time they started watching, and you kind of can weed them out.
Yep. Be like, hey, who was the quarterback that Super Bowl you guys played the Steelers?
Yeah, and that's a softball too.
Yeah, it should be, right?
I hit him with who was the quarterback right before Russell Wilson.
That's a good one. Matt Flynn.
And?
Matt Flynn and that's a good one, bro.
Tavares Jackson.
Oh, yeah, that's right, bro. He was all right. He was decent.
Yeah.
He was with the Vikings before that, right?
Right.
After. Okay.
Yeah,
I remember that.
So if they can't name that, because I can start at 2002 and run off 25 quarterbacks for the Raiders. I can get you from Andrew Walter to Kyle Bowler to, and I kind of let you know.
Sopo, all them dudes, man.
Yep, Marcus Tuiasosopo.
Aaron Brooks.
Culpepper. Harry Collins.
Yep. Man, too many. Andrew Walter, I think that was the worst.
Jeff Garcia, Andrew Walter was rough. I went to a game when he was the quarterback.
That's rough.
In Seattle.
He couldn't even getting the first down was like a big deal. I remember.
Bro had Randy Moss.
Yeah.
and couldn't do it. And he had a running game. Lamont Jordan was nice.
Yeah, just no quarterback.
You know you're trash when they give you one of the best wide receivers in history and you have a 1,000-yard running back and you have trouble getting a first down.
That was bad, man.
Oh, yeah. We lost 16-0 in Seattle that night on Monday night.
Yeah, I remember that. Matt McGloin.
There's another one.
Gradkowski was dope, bro.
I like Bruce Gradkowski.
Yeah, he was dope. He was gritty, man. He had that grit, that old Raiders grit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, it does get worse than Andrew Walter. We had Jamarcus Russell.
I didn't even want to name him, but yeah, you're right.
That's kind of cheating. That's kind of a foregone conclusion.
Yeah. That goes without saying at this point.
Yeah. God, it's been a long, tough road. Whenever I think it's bad now, I try to think of the 2006 to 2010.
Yeah. You're like, all right, Derek Carr sucks, but man, we had a pretty bad revolving door quarterback. So
it was bad. The only two quarterbacks we had that were really like serviceable, could get you to the playoffs if you put a team around them, is Campbell and Palmer. We had them back to back.
Oh yeah, Campbell.
I like Jason Campbell. I
like Jason Campbell more than I like Carson Palmer.
Yeah, I was not happy when we moved on from Jason Campbell.
Yeah, and that kind of ruined that season too.
Yeah,
that year we started like 6-4 or something like that, and like
I believe he swept the division and missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know. Losing to everybody else. That's
everybody else. I think we went 8-8. So
yeah,
we won 6 division games and 2 other games,
and we blew that last game against the Chargers. Wow, that was rough, man. And then the Broncos go ahead into the playoffs, and then they go and win the first round game in overtime against the Steelers.
Tebow.
Off of Tebow. Bro, like we would have had a home game and we would have probably beat the Steelers, bro.
Yeah.
That's
what could have been.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. It's just it's real. It makes you feel a lot better when you've been a fan as long as we have. You even longer than me because you're old.
I'm like 5 years older than you, bro. You swear I'm like 15 years older than you or something, man.
Hey, it might be the hair, you know.
Yeah, I ain't got no damn hair, bro. I ain't got no damn hair, man. I lost my hair at 22, bro.
Yeah, bro. You got to deal with Urkel all the time. I wouldn't have no hair either.
Go home, Steve.
Oh, man. So if you haven't followed Big Mike, you need to do that.
Man, appreciate it, bro.
Yes. Big Mike doesn't really do the lives as of yet too much.
No.
But he's had shows with Wasted Talent as of late. He's got a slew of ideas for shows, man. You're not just gonna get one thing with him. You're gonna get a lot of variety. Go subscribe to Big Mike, man. He is you jumped way over 100 real quick, didn't you?
Yeah, man.
You're on your way to 200 already.
Yeah, I'm at 140 right now, bro. It's pretty crazy. It's jumping pretty good. But that's thanks to the support of a lot of these content creators that I've been going on in their shows, and they've been plugging my stuff and being really open and really helpful to what I'm bringing to the table, man. And it's much appreciated, man. Like I'm having fun with it. I'm not in for the followers and the clout and all that stuff. I just want to talk ball. I just want to connect with Raider Nation, everybody, and kind of bring a closeness, a family vibe, a brotherhood, a sisterhood, all that, man. I want to bring us together, and that's all what it's about to me, bro. That's at the end of the day.
Hell yeah. See, I'm checking on something real quick that we haven't really gone over in a while.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
Between me and you,
yes, sir.
We got some playoffs coming up in our fantasy league.
Oh shoot, that's right. Yeah. We might be facing each other next in a couple weeks, right?
Yes, we might, but that didn't work out too good for you the first time.
Oh, bro, I didn't have Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase was out.
Is that the excuse right now?
That's the excuse. I'm stick with that. You whooped my ass, but Jamar Chase was out.
I hear you. Oh, this is our last.
I'm the number 1 seed right now, so
You are. You know,
Got the bragging rights for now.
I don't have a problem being the uncrowned king. You know.
Hey, you know what's funny, man? Usually in those cases, it's the dude that sneaks into the playoffs that comes in and starts ruining the party. So
I did that last year. I got into in my big money league. I got into the playoffs at I believe 7-6, just like right on the cusp, and then I ran and blew out everyone, not even close on any game. So,
bro, I want a league at 6 and 7.
Damn, I almost did that last year too. In my league that I do, I finished third.
Yeah, so really, and there's been too many times where I go first place. Last year, I went 11-2 in one league and lost in the first round.
Yeah, as of right now,
Whoopi's gums.
Whoopi's gums.
Hey, ain't nothing darker than Whoopi's gums, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, that's darker Raiders right there, man.
Yeah, I think we need to make that a money league next year if we do this specific league again. Yeah, I feel like not enough people, are really caring about it just because there's nothing at stake.
Yeah.
I want to get into the one that Docs is in with all the Samoan Raider and all them into the big content creator one.
Yeah,
that'd be dope. That seems like a really fun one to be a part of.
Yeah, I agree, man. And I think that if we do the same one next year, I think not only it should be for money, I think if everybody chips in for like a trophy or like one of them fantasy football belts, that'd be dope.
So yeah.
Maybe next year we could do that. I mean, definitely, like we'll get that cooking for sure, man. If I have to lead the way on that one, I'll do it, man.
Hell yeah. Do you have any other leagues you're in right now?
Man, I'm in 3 other leagues, bro.
The other league, I got 3.
I'm in 4, bro. It's crazy. The other one I'm in, that also I got the same record. I'm the number. What's crazy is I'm the number 3 seed, but that's because we all have the same record, but they have more points than I do.
Oh, I hate that.
And I hate that because the number 1 and 2 seed, I beat them in a head-to-head.
That's what should matter.
Yeah, that should matter, right? I should be the number 1.
That should be the decider.
Yeah, and there's 6 teams that make the playoffs in that league, and the first 2 get the bye. So I got to play in the first round next week because I'm hoping for one of those dudes to kind of fall off and lose, because then I'll get the bye week. But it looks like I'm gonna be playing a first round game next week, even though I beat the head-to-head.
Right. Yeah, I'm in this Yahoo league that's actually pretty dope. This is my big money league. It's a 200 buy-in. Okay. And we start 2 quarterbacks.
Oh shit.
And we play with defensive players, not full defenses.
Okay.
That's cool. It's pretty dope. It's kind of inspired me to take my league and move it over next year into Yahoo. I like how it works, and I'm going to start a dynasty league. So if you're interested,
I haven't jumped into dynasty, but it's been calling me. So yeah, I might have to hit you up on that one, bro.
Yeah, I'm in the league I won last year. I'm 8-4, and then the first place is 11-1. There's second and third at 9-3, and then me and another guy at 8-4. So tied for the third best record. So I was going pretty good in that one. I got Fryermuth balling out for me right now. What?
Yeah, nice. I'm also in a 20-man league. Have you ever played?
Oh my god,
league? Bro, it's ridiculous. There's no waiver. There's nobody in the waiver wire.
You got third stringers out there.
Yeah, you really have to dig deep, but I'm like 5-7 in that league. I'm not going to make the playoffs. I don't think I'm going to do a 20-man league again. Like that shit is.
That doesn't even sound fun. That sounds stressful.
It's stressful, bro. It's stressful. And even a draft, like I was like, all right, I'm a draft. I was at SeaWorld with my wife and the kids in San Diego, and I was trying to draft while at SeaWorld. Like the motherfucker took 2 hours for me to get draft, dude. I was like, all right, I'm not doing this again.
That's how long the draft with the defensive players took.
Yeah. Like I don't have 2 hours to just be sitting there like that, bro. Like, bro, especially I was at SeaWorld and my wife, she was getting pissed off at me, man. Like they were looking at the penguins, and then we went down to this little cave where the penguins were. And then I lost reception, so I had to leave everybody, bro. It was it was bad, bro. It was just a bad idea.
Moral to the story is priorities.
Priorities, man. I did not prioritize. Don't get kicked out of your house, friends.
Oh, for real. Oh, my girl gets so mad at me, bro. I'm so sports oriented. Like we work together too. And so if me and another cashier are both football fans and she's there, she's a little bit of a football fan, a little bit of a sports fan, but she's not consumed by it like us psychos. So me and them will be going back and forth. She'll just be sitting there like,
man, you know what's crazy? My wife is a big Raiders fan as well. Like, you know, she has the Raiders stuff. Like she's Raidered out. She's Raiders to the fullest. But she's like, I don't want to watch you talk sports. Like you talk to me about sports all the damn time. Like I don't want to hear you on YouTube talking sports. I'm like, all right, fair enough. Fair enough. Just subscribe when you get a chance, and then that's it.
That's hey, at least they do what they can. My girl's a real one too. She'll literally just put if she's awake right now, she's not. She's enjoying her day off. She's catching up on some sleep. Nice. But she'll just take her phone, put it on, and turn it on silent, and just let it sit. Be on there.
That's
so that's dope.
There you go.
And she did not start out a Raider fan. I have put in 3 years of conversion therapy.
Nice.
And she bought her first Raider hoodie on the way to Seattle.
Nice
game. And she hated the Seahawk fans when she got there as much as I do. So we're making progress.
Okay, there you go, man. You did right, man. You know what? With my wife, she was always a Raider fan, but here in LA, man, it's always about the Lakers, and basketball and baseball really comes first in LA for the most part, because we haven't had an LA team in a long time. So, when we first met, she was all about the Lakers, and I'm a Lakers fan, but I don't really care too much about basketball these days.
Yeah.
So when we met, like I was like, hey, it's all about football to me, like, and it's all about the Raiders. So I did a little bit of that Raiders therapy. Yeah, I hit her up with some Raiders like film from in the past, and I hit her up on the Tuck Rule and all that stuff. So she was like, "Oh yeah, it's all about the Raiders." It's like I got her pretty quick, man. It only took like maybe a few weeks.
There you
go. Was like full on with the Raiders. So
hell yeah,
yes sir. Shout out to the wives and the girlfriends, all that, man.
That's right. Shout out to all the Raider fans
for sure, bro.
Yeah. So, when's the last time you did make it out to a game?
I went to the Broncos and Raiders game the day after Christmas last year in Allegiant.
Nice.
Yeah, bro. I'll send you some pictures, man. We was front row in the 100 section, right surrounded by a bunch of Broncos fans. I was talking my shit. They were talking shit too, but it was all love. Great seats, bro. It was. I had a time of my life, man. Like. I got one of those Raiders Letterman jackets. It was like $150. Like I spent way too much money in Vegas.
I've been waiting, but it's big boy discrimination out here. Finding a 4X one's kind of difficult.
Yeah, bro, trust me. Even 2X, because shit, I'm a big boy too, and even 2X is hard to find, bro. Like,
no, fuck that thing for me. It fits the fucking thing for me is a 2X will fit the torso and everything. It's my shoulders, bro. My shoulders will feel all tight. My arms will be out like penguin arms.
Right. Yeah, man. Trust me, I feel you on that one, bro.
Yeah, there was another.
Go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead, man.
I had a good time out there, bro. It was fun, man. The only part about the Elite, I don't know if you've been to a game over at Allegiant yet.
Not yet.
So the part about after the game is it's a pain in the ass to try to get out of there. What we do is hold on, what did Van City say?
He said my wife's amazing. She buys me so much cool Raider gear. My Christmas gifts this year had literally my Raiders jacket I've wanted for a good decade, a pair of silver and black Air Force Ones, and a Hall of Fame bow.
Yes.
Shout out to Mrs. Van City.
Yo, my anniversary. Hold on, let me grab some of my shit, man. I'm about to show off a little bit. My wife. It was our anniversary in October, and she hit me with this, bro. Autographed Devontae Adams.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
That's hard.
Yeah, man. So
I like that.
Yeah. Watch out, man. Oh. Yeah. So, hey, bro, we're spoiled, bro. Ladies spoil us.
Oh yeah.
But we do the same thing back when it's time to, I'm sure.
Yeah. You remember me talking about how I want to get my my mic and my camera and all that. I can't buy it. I she won't let me. She's like, I'm getting it for you. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Yep. And that was the same thing, bro. Like, bro, we share money, bro. Like it's like
Yeah.
it's all the same. Whatever I earn, she earns, vice
Yep.
versa. And like I was like, hey, I'm gonna get this desk, I'm gonna get a ring light, I'm gonna get this camera, blah blah blah. She's like, no, don't get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm like, what does it matter? Like, but she wanted to be the one to press, put in a checkout, and I was like, she wanted to be the one to do it. So I was like, all right, man.
Yeah, you got to let them have that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Hell
sir.
yeah. There was another thing I wanted to touch on, another topic, and I put it's down in the description. I haven't touched on it yet. I don't think any of these playoff teams really want us to make the playoffs, bro. I don't think they want to see us.
They don't, bro. They don't, because the truth of the matter is that we have been in every single game we've played, except for the Saints game. And for whatever reason, I don't know what the reason was for that one, but besides that, we've been in every game, including the Chiefs on the road, up 17. Cardinals up 20, up 17 on the road against the Jags. So, bro, like none of these teams want to see us if we got our shit together, basically.
Right. We're a big problem if we slip into the playoffs.
A big problem. That's an issue, especially if Darren Waller's on board. Hunter Renfrow is, he picked up the Sonic rings like Wasted says. Yeah. He picked up all Sonic rings. He's back in service. So if we get 100% of everybody on board, who's stopping us right now? Especially with Jacobs running the ball like he is, Devontae Adams being Devontae Adams. Bro, who's gonna stop us offensively?
It'd come down to us and KC and maybe one other like Buffalo. Yeah. And then I think that would be it for the AFC. And it's crazy to talk like that when we're 4-7. I understand.
It is.
But we've all seen the potential this team has, and when they're on their shit, man. I still think when we're on our shit, we are a top 5 AFC team.
Yes, sir.
And maybe things haven't gone our way this season, early especially, but I think we've proven what this team can be moving forward and that we are going in that direction. And if we decide to put it all together now and we end this season on winning 8 in a row or 7 of 8, we're going to be a fucking problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's crazy because, other fans outside of Raider fans, they see 4-7 and they haven't watched the games. They're like, you guys are crazy. What are you talking about?
You're trash. Like what?
Like, dude, you haven't watched the game. You obviously haven't watched the game. So
there's aspects of our team that's been trash.
Right. They're here.
But as a whole, this is a team. And don't forget, like I'm not one out here to make excuses all the time or nothing like that. But
right.
When you come in with an entire new coaching staff and a 75% new roster, who's hitting the ground fucking running and winning their first 5? Not many.
It's not common.
It's not. It's very rare.
Yeah.
So, maybe we definitely lost some ones we shouldn't have. Most teams aren't going to drop 3 games where they're up 17-0. Yeah, we kind of screwed the pooch there. But if we had pulled even just the games we were up by 3 scores, we're looking at 7-4.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Probably even better. To be honest.
Yeah, very, very possibly. But I say, literally just if we pulled those 3-score games out, 7-4.
7-4. If Foster Moreau doesn't drop the ball in the end zone, or you could say that was like a good defensive play by that linebacker by the Colts at the end of that game. You could say that. But if Foster Moreau catches that ball in the end zone, we're up in that game. If we get the 2-point conversion against the Titans, we tie the game, go to overtime, and you never know what happens in overtime. So those 2 right there, you add that 2, that's 9-2.
Yeah.
And Saints, we lose that game, and then maybe another game we lost probably stays a loss. So 9-2 or even 10-1, bro. Like if everything goes our way, bro, you know what I mean? Like it's maybe it's far-fetched to say, but dude,
the possibility was there in a lot of games. Yeah. Shout out again, Van City. We are one more Dave Ziegler offseason away from having a contending team for years to come. Shore up the defense, make the choice at quarterback, and figure out what we're doing with our elite running back. I trust. Absolutely, that's pretty much the gist of it. Shoring up the defense is going to be a little harder, a little easier said than done, but I believe the pieces are out there, and I believe if we, field our way through free agency and the draft correctly, which I have faith that Dave Ziegler can do, our defense could be set up next year. We get some more guys that fit Patrick Graham's scheme. We start stopping the pass. We continue to stop the run. Maybe add a couple more interior linemen up there. I wouldn't mind a Larry O on a cheap deal next year, someone like that. We don't have to go out and get elite guys. The one guy I really, really, really want along the D line is Marcus Davenport from the Saints. He's really, really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe it's very possible that and you keep your offense together for the most part at this point. Now we're starting to see that they can gel, they can win some games.
Yes, sir.
All is not lost with that offense. But yeah, and then he says, P.S. meeting Ziegler and getting him to sign my flag and a selfie was fire. That was my birthday gift from Mrs. Van City. That's
man. Yeah, you
got experience, man.
You gotta frame that picture, man. That goes in the man cave or Hall of Fame corner. You know what I mean? You got to put that in a frame, man. That's awesome. Having Ziegler taking pictures and signing, man. That's dope.
Yeah, definitely. It's not easy to get autographs at those games all the time.
It's true, man.
I didn't get anything this last one in Seattle. When I was at the very last game in Oakland, I got Waller, Woodson, and Carr on the same hat. So I have that. I have that saran wrapped and in the closet.
Yep.
That one won't see the light of day until I get a glass case for it.
Hell yeah, man. That's dope.
Yeah, it was a dope experience because being the last game in Oakland, we had a lot of legends out there. It was cool. I met Rich Gannon. Fred Biletnikoff was walking around out there.
Okay.
I didn't know he was even around anymore. Really, I thought he might be around, but I wasn't sure. So seeing him was pretty cool.
Yeah, you know what the thing is about like those older legends is that they're well past our time, and even if we run into them, it's like maybe we might not even know their face. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, that's the sad part. Unless you really connect faces to the actual player itself. But in most cases, you can walk right past these older legends from the 70s, and won't even know who you're running into. So
no, and especially Fred Biletnikoff these days is 5'8", and he's definitely way in his later years, man. He was super nice, real humble man. Another cool one is that two games now I've seen Mark Davis come out and walk around in all white. I wanted to get a picture with the bowl cut real bad, but it hasn't happened yet. It will though.
Yeah, man. Just say you'll take him out to PF Chang's, man. He'll sign something for you.
Yeah, definitely. Taking the Hooters.
Yeah, he probably like that
too. All right, man. So we got we kind of touched on the Charger game. We kind of jumped forward a little bit to the Rams game. We talked about potentially making the playoffs. Took some strolls down memory lane here. Anything else that you want to touch on? Any other points you need to make before we head into this game?
No, man. You didn't give a score, though.
Ooh, we do got to get some score predictions out the way, don't we?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go 26-20 Raiders.
Sounds about right. I got 31-27.
31-27. Yep. Your score sounds like a funner game to watch, so I hope that happens.
It's gonna be one of those type of games, man. I really feel it. I really feel it, man.
Yeah. Any give me your MVPs on both sides of the ball.
MVPs on defense, Max Crosby. I like him for 2 sacks. And he's gonna be real disruptive in this game. Offensively, I'm gonna go with I want to say Foster Moreau, man.
Okay.
I want to say Foster Moreau. I think when you face a division foe, you kind of have to reach deep in the bag for in the offensive scheme and not go obvious, in most cases, because they see you as familiar. So Foster Moreau, man. I got Foster Moreau for like at least 5 catches and over 75 yards. So maybe even a touchdown.
Okay. The defense, I am going to go with Denzel Perriman.
Nice. Okay. He's been balling, man.
He has. And as good as we are against the run, I see him getting in the backfield and taking down Eckler for a loss a couple times.
I like it.
And he's improved a little bit in pass coverage. He had the pick against Seattle.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be out there a little more,
Yes,
especially with, Diablo still out and all that. Yeah, I got Perriman with 15 tackles.
Woo!
And 2 tackles for a loss.
It's possible. It's possible.
On the offense, I'm going to go with the offensive line. I say Derek Carr ends up with a clean jersey, no sacks today.
Okay. I like it. Like I said, man, I think Carr goes for over 300 and a couple touchdowns. So if that happens, the offensive line has to keep him clean.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like it.
All right, man. Well, I'm ready to get out of here and go watch some fucking football. And
yeah, man. I've been sitting here since 7:30.
Yeah, I bet you're ready.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. Well, shit. If you anybody who's been in today, if you haven't yet, please consider giving me a subscription, hitting that like button, and definitely join us next time. Follow and subscribe to my boy Big Mike over here. That's the wrong direction. He's over here. But yeah, man. It's been a good show, man. I appreciate you as always, my brother, coming on and help me out. And I will see you next time. Let's go, Raiders.
Raiders.